At this time, we'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you very much. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. It is April 17th, 10 o'clock. Call the order. All three county commissioners are here, and it's not snowing. So with that, we'll have consents and approvals. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
24 exonerations for $4,556.30. Vouchers, General County Fund, $249,906.42. Coal severance, $8,841.81. 911, $10,028.90. Chestnut Ridge Park, $5,372.52. Transportation levy, $279,150.90. Fire levy, $15,571.55. Recreation levy, $23,006. Library levy, $10,709.66. Morgantown Industrial TIF, $8,360.13. Purchasing card vouchers, General County Fund, $38,323.71. Magistrate Court, $46.20. 911, $10,558.59. Assessor's valuation, $98.21, for a voucher total of $659,974.60. We have budget revisions for contingencies, county clerk elections, prosecuting attorney, jail reimbursable, central garage, and law enforcement. And then we also have two in-house budget revisions. One is for home confinement, and the other is for jail non-reimbursable. Sorry. Position vacancies for boards and authorities: the West Shore Board of Zoning Appeals, the Planning Commission, the Development Authority, the Building Commission, and Camp Muff Advisory Board, Camp Muffley Advisory Board. Fiduciary orders for April 17th, 2019, and then you have a separate fiduciary item. Take up.
Move for approval.
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes.
You
Okay.
have a petition before you for the removal of an executrix in the estate of Robert Arthur Harrington. The fiduciary department is asking you all to set up a hearing within 2 to 4 weeks. I'm not sure what you want to do with it.
Can I ask for the kind of clerk to give us the background on this, since, are you aware, obviously you're aware of this?
In this particular estate, there has been several heirs and beneficiaries that have petitioned for the removal of the executrix.
I saw where there's like 11 of 15 or something.
Yes, and what we need to do is just, at this date, set a date for 2 to 4 weeks out to have a hearing here so that they can come and appear and express to you why they feel that this person should be removed. And then you all would make a decision at that hearing to grant the petition or to deny the petition.
And in terms of referring this to a fiduciary commissioner, what's the pros and cons between having a hearing and?
Typically, a fiduciary commissioner does not hear that unless after you have heard the removal hearing, and if you feel that there wasn't enough grounds or there was some other extenuating circumstance that it needed to go to a fiduciary commissioner. So this particular estate is not in a fiduciary commissioner's hands at the current time. That's why if you would just set a hearing date for the future, then they would have an opportunity to appear, and at that time you could either approve their petition for removal or deny it.
And the person they're asking to remove, this person generally is like appointed. She's not a relative or anything like that. She's like court appointed, isn't she?
No.
No.
Okay.
She was
The
left.
name sound familiar, that's why I was curious.
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Sure,
all right, well,
yeah.
I would move that as we set a hearing date as requested.
Second.
I can give you some suggestions if you want to do it now.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yeah. You have time on your agenda for May the 8th. That's 3 weeks from today.
Sure, why not? What time? 10:15?
Just 10 o'clock or as soon as
Okay, as soon as it comes.
can be
Okay.
heard.
Okay,
So you accept amend for May 8th at 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, it's properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, it passes. Was there a second one?
That was it.
That was it. Okay, great. Yes, good idea. At this time, we will have introduction of new employees and personnel changes. First, MJ, do you want to come down and introduce, like, Montana? That's a pretty
Yes.
name.
Hi, I'm MJ Zink from Montana Youth Services. This is Montana Straight. Love the name. Pretty country, huh?
Yes.
So she is a girl that grew up in the system. She also has foster children in her home now, so I think she will be a great asset to the center, having that patience, the background, and understanding exactly what our kids are going through.
Move for approval?
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Thank you. Misty, come on down. How you doing today? Okay, how are you? Good. And how you doing, Brandon? I didn't want to get the wrong name. I'm bad with
No,
names.
that's right. This is Brandon Syme. I'm Misty from Camp Muffley. This is Brandon Syme. He's going to be working part-time seasonal maintenance at Camp Muffley at $10 an hour.
Move for approval?
Second.
Properly moved in second. I want to make sure,
Yes, these are
Okay.
signed from the camp board
Okay.
as their,
so the camp board is
Supervisor.
hiring, yes, okay. And he actually is returning as an employee
Yes.
too, so he's returning. Okay, it's been properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Welcome
Thank
back
you.
again. Thank you.
Thank you.
With permission of the commission, I will ask to suspend the rules. We have the new planner here.
Oh, didn't
Would
see
you like to
back
come
there.
on down and introduce yourself? And it is taped, so first impressions, here we go. So I wanted to warn you, if you say your name, where you're coming from, and why you're now here.
All right. Andrew Gaspray, I will be the new Director of Planning in May. I am leaving Albemarle County to join this august county, and I'm very happy to do so. Did I miss anything?
No.
No, we're glad you're here. We're very excited.
I am too. Thank you very
Look
much.
forward to working with you.
Yeah.
I do too.
Thank you.
And you'll probably want to meet this next person coming up in a little bit. Okay, anyone else? Seeing none? Okay, we will have comments from the public. Is there anyone who would like to come down and speak? 3 minutes, we'd love to hear you. Going once? Going twice? That's okay. It's nailed. Okay. Good morning, Colleen. You have grants.
I do.
We're a happy group, Andrew, you can see.
I request for reimbursement. The first one is for the Community Corrections Grant for the Day Report Center at $16,615.28. The next one is for the Governor's Highway Safety Program. This one is distracted driving in the amount of $743.68. Impaired driving, $4,012.34. Safe Communities in the amount of $276. And Click It or Ticket in the amount of $5,318.68.
Move for approval?
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay, at this time, I apologize. I lost my place, so, and my computer just crashed. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay, at this time, we will now conduct a public hearing regarding County Commission approval of the acquisition of the assets of the waterworks system of River Road Public Service District by the City of Morgantown, acting by and through the Morgantown Utility Board. As we will run this meeting per the county rules, we will have the MUB get up if they want, do a fast version of what you're doing, and then anyone else who supports it will be allowed to speak, then anyone who doesn't support it will be allowed to speak, and then you will be allowed to rebut. So, Mr. Ball, if you want to come introduce yourself and...
Thank you, Mr. President. Tim Ball, General Manager of the Morgantown Utility Board. Some months ago, the River Road Public Service District approached MUB with the request that MUB consider acquiring the River Road Public Service District. River Road explained to us, and we've met, I think, in at least one or two work sessions with the commission. River Road has explained that they have been constantly challenged to maintain appropriate staffing for their utility, and they're also challenged just with the growing difficulties of operating a water system. That becomes harder for all of us in the industry every day. Their solution that they've proposed is that MUB should acquire their system and allow them to go out of business. MUB is receptive to that suggestion. We're willing to take River Road on. And so we've begun a number of initiatives towards that goal. I've presented to the commission this morning electronically 7 items in support of this initiative. The first 3 are resolutions. One from River Road's board dated March 13th, supporting the proposed acquisition. One from the MUB board supporting the acquisition dated March 18th, and one from the MUB board supporting the proposed financing plan, also dated March 18th. In essence, that financing plan is that MUB and the City of Morgantown will assume the existing long-term debt responsibilities of River Road. We've talked with the funding agencies, and we are relatively confident that the funding agencies will essentially allow us to step in and simply assume the outstanding debt of River Road so that the long-term, low-interest rates that River Road has obtained will be preserved. So we're essentially just going to acquire their debt and take it on in our name. The other 4 items that I've included today in that digital delivery are an asset purchase agreement, an acquisition ordinance, a water rate ordinance, and a bond ordinance, all of which were approved by Morgantown City Council last night on second reading, April 16th. The first 3 of those items are final approvals now by City Council. The bond ordinance will have 1 final reading before City Council and a public hearing on May 7th. With the other 3 having been approved, we expect approval of the bond ordinance on May 7th. Our plan is to lock the rates for the existing rates of the River Road Public Service District in place so that they will continue into the future. River Road has 2 outstanding long-term debts. One of those matures in October 2021. At that time, their debt service obligation will reduce by about $60,000 a year. And it's our intention to go to City Council with a new rate ordinance at that time, reducing the River Road rates then, plus or minus October 2021, about 3 years from now, corresponding to that $60,000 reduction in debt service obligation. The second long-term debt that they have was issued in 2016. It's a 30-year bond, and it matures in 2046, so 27 years from now. Our intention would be to lock those 2021 rates then in place for the remaining term of that 30-year bond. And upon retirement of that bond, we would then eliminate the River Road rate, and the existing MUB rate would apply then to that service area. So that's the game plan that we have in place. We have provided you a draft order that we would respectfully request that you consider and approve, and that order is your agenda item 10D today. So we hope for your support on that order.
Okay.
I'm happy to answer any questions.
Well, let's wait and see if we have any questions after the pros and cons.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to get up here and support this? Okay, seeing none, is there any individuals who'd like to get up here who'd like to speak against this? Wow, great. Okay, well then, there's really no reason for you to respond unless either of you two have any questions.
No, I'd really appreciate, I'd move that we approve the resolution as presented.
You
Okay.
don't wait.
We
Wait till
have it
later
at
in your-
10B.
Oh, that's right, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll make my comments then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make our comments at that time. Thank you. I'll close this public. Thank you very much. Okay, we now have correspondence. you have any correspondence?
Yes.
Good.
We have received the financial report for Mountain Line Transit
I'm glad you said that.
for March, and they have also included their audit report for fiscal year 18 for your, not approval, but for your acceptance, and then we'll put it in their file as per our levy agreements.
Okay.
We'd also received a letter from the State Auditor's Office from Stuart Stickle regarding Public Service District's new audit requirements, that they're gonna be required to, let's see, I think they changed the schedule of their auditing. And then also, for volunteer fire departments, apparently a new bill went through and is supposed to be effective in 90 days from passage. 2958 will require fire departments, volunteer fire departments, to allow the auditor's office to come in and do a audit every 5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Anyone else on the correspondence? Seeing none, we'll go to unfinished business. To consider for approval requisition number 8 for the Series 2016A Bonds Project Fund for the reimbursement of costs of the project to be financed from proceeds of the County Commission Series 2016A property tax bonds issued for developmental District Number 4, University Town Center.
Move for approval.
Second?
Prop moving second. Any discussion?
And just for the record, this is the one we tabled last week.
Oh,
Yes.
Correct.
And it's in the amount of $491,162.58.
Yes.
okay. It's been properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It passes. Okay. Any other unfinished business?
No.
Okay, moving to new business. To consider for approval the revised requisition number 2 for the University Town Center EODD Subordinate Special District Excise Tax Revenue and Improvement Bond Series 2017B Project Fund.
You originally approved this requisition in
Right.
July of last year. The Municap had went back and did another review of it and took one invoice off. So the requested amount is now $13,431,1957. The original amount was $13,432,139.58. So like $1,000 and some dollars difference, but in order for West Banco to have a proper accounting, they had to do a revised requisition.
Move for approval.
Second?
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Okay. B, consideration to approve request to program the lights on the Courthouse Square blue in honor of National Police Week, May 12th to 18th, 2019.
The request came from Tammy White, who's works in the detective division, and she had requested it for the Sergeant Todd May. So
Move for
I'll
approval.
pass that on to Bobby.
Second?
Properly moved in second, and we really appreciate that people want to use our Courthouse Square on this. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes, okay. To consider approval requisition number 4 for the University Town Center EODD Special District Excise Tax Revenue Refunding and Improvement Bond Series 2017A Project Funds.
And the amount is $6,701.64.
Move for approval.
Second?
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, passes. Okay, 10D, to consider approving an order authorizing the acquisition of the assets of the waterworks system of River Road Public Service District by the City of Morgantown, acting by and through the Morgantown Utility Board.
Move for approval.
Second?
Properly moved in second with discussion.
Again, Mr. Ball, I appreciate all your work in making this a very smooth transition. I was prepared for it to be somewhat opposite that, based off of experience from previous acquisitions, and this has been nothing but efficient, thorough, and easy, and I really appreciate your support and your work on this.
Thank you.
And for the public record, I wanted to know that River Road did come to us and to you, and then we worked with you, and you are assuming and taking it over. So I think the public needs to understand that you are helping the whole county and those community members.
Yes.
And you also made the agreement not to raise the rates, which was also something that was extraordinary. So on behalf of the county commission, we are thrilled, and if you want to respond in any way, feel free.
Just to acknowledge those remarks, thank you for them. We appreciate your support and your cooperation.
Thank you. Just for the record, just in case I would just like to read the specific paragraph. I'm going to read the order. An order authorizing the acquisition of the assets of the waterworks system of River Road Public Service District by the City of Morgantown, acting by and through Morgantown Utility Board. I just wanted that in the record in case someone complained. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I've learned my lesson. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just as a quick FYI, this will now enable us to go to the Public Service Commission, so that's the next
Great.
step.
And I hope you, when you walk back to meet the county planner, because I have a feeling you'll be working together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Any other new business? No, seeing none, I think, Ed, it's your turn.
Elected
Oh, sorry. I'm so used to elected official. I know, when you finally get here, you're behind the post. I'm
I
sorry.
know, it's a shocker, isn't it?
Yes.
I wanted to come in because it's that time of year for us where we're out in the field, starting our
Right.
appraisal for the 2020 tax year. Currently, we're in Battelle, that's where the staff are right now. We've just finished Blacksville, so we're kind of working our way in the western end in. And instead of going through each district right now, it may get complicated for the public and thinking we're going to be there. But right now, we're in Battelle. We're in Battelle there for commercial and also ongoing new construction is going on around the county. So those two things there. And I need to pass along something to Commissioner Bloom. We were at a senior dinner last night in Blacksville.
Oh, yes.
And myself, Sheriff Palmer, Chief Deputy Kisner, and Patrick, my Chief Deputy. And one of the ladies there wanted me to pass along a thank you to you, Mrs. Stiles. Her road had gotten done out there, so she knew she'd had a conversation with you at
Yes.
some point and hadn't had a chance to get back, but wanted to make sure, if I saw you, to pass along her thanks. So I told her I would see you this morning, so.
Well, I appreciate it on behalf of all three of us that have been pushing it.
Right.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
That's a
so
rarity.
There are some happy people out there. All right, thank
We'll
you.
take a few.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, Mark. Anything? Okay, sorry, nothing? Okay, sorry, go ahead. Now you can go ahead.
All right.
Thank you,
It's-
that made my day.
It's been a busy week. Last Thursday, I did attend the City Council Candidate Forum on behalf of Commission, and yes, I did sit in the center and the front row. Friday morning, Tom and I spent in Preston County for an update on the current projects in our county. Sadly, what's going on right now to report is that the projects for 2018 are those that are being worked on right now. When I looked at the projected 2019, the first 7 have as of yet to be let out to bid. So we hope that there is going to be, some action taken soon to remedy this situation. I know the governor spoke yesterday that he was releasing more funding, so perhaps let's be optimistic that we would get some of that. Friday afternoon, I spent touring West Ridge with Ryan Lynch, and I'm a planter of trees, for those who don't know me, and I was really impressed by the landscaping detail that is going on out there. This is going to be something, when you go sometimes to areas like this and all you see is a road and pavement and parking lots, you're going to be visibly impressed, I feel, by what's going on out there. Literally, there is a tree proposed every 50 feet. I think there are about 60 different varietal types, each for the purpose that, and really, it's really a really good plan. And even a proposed walking trail down in the Woodlands area that they have down below. So Friday evening, I spent at Milan Park. That was for the North Central FFA Ham, Bacon, and Egg Show. Then Monday evening was our Camp Advisory Board, where we did approve the employment of Misty's daughter and son-in-law. Yesterday was construction meeting, the new 4-H and Extension Center, and then back to commission here to lay the levee, of which I'll let Sean speak because he will give you all the statistics about that.
Then last night, I did drive to Blacksville for the firemen's meeting. I did just mention to them that they might want to look about starting to have a committee formed to look at their levy
Good.
for the upcoming 2 years from now, rather than waiting. We want planning, and that way they'll be able to produce what they have done as well as what they propose to do with future levy monies. Tonight, I shall attend the Morgantown premiere of the movie Back Fork, and that is starring Josh Stewart at our Metropolitan Theater at 7 o'clock. I hope you all have a happy Easter, and Monday is Earth Day, so plant a tree in my name, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, it has been a busy couple of weeks. Last Thursday, since we last met, I had meetings last Thursday. I had a red team meeting on Thursday, and then after that, I had a development authority meeting. Friday, due to prior commitments, I wasn't able to attend a DOH meeting, but I was able to take time out of the middle of my day to go to Eastwood and meet with I don't know what grade it is, I think the third or fourth grade, and do an Earth Day presentation. Every year we have a contest where we have the kids do Earth Day posters, and then we judge them, and then the winning entry gets put on the back of a T-shirt. So on Earth Day, we always have a presentation where we present the kid that wins. So it's really exciting. We walk in, I talk a little bit about Earth Day, things we're doing in the county in regards to Earth Day, things we're doing nationally in regards to Earth Day. The kids are always very attentive, but all they really want to know is who won. So it was a pretty exciting thing to hold that power in my hand, to keep them there waiting to see who won. But it's really nice, and I appreciate my employer and actually putting that event on every year, my other employer. I wasn't able to attend the ham, egg, and bacon sale, but I was there financially. I did get my bacon. Joe Statler made a purchase for me, and he's getting it sliced for me. I asked him to have it Krogerized because I can't do anything with a big hunk of bacon.
Gucci Kroger.
Yeah. This Monday, of course, everybody knows, is tax day, and I did get my taxes done at the very last minute. And yesterday, we laid our levy, which is when we decide what county taxes are. We had a special meeting where we actually laid a levy, and there wasn't anybody here from the public, so I will reiterate some of the comments that I had made yesterday. This year, we have lowered our levy rate for the second time in 2 consecutive years. And in fiscal year 2019, which is the year we're in, the current levy rates, we were only one of 5 counties that actually lowered our rates, the others being Berkeley, Pendleton, Tyler, and Wirt. Across the whole state, out of 55 counties, 7 counties actually raised the rates, with 5 of them taking it to the max. So 35 counties in the state have their local county regular rate at the max. So we're kind of an anomaly here. When the 2020 information comes out, I'll do a similar study, and then we'll have a posting, an open gov story on our website that people can go and they can look and see where their county is, they can see where their city is. But I'm pretty proud that, and with our rate fiscal year 19, again, I don't know where we're at 20 because I don't know where all the other counties are, but in 19 we were the 3rd lowest rate behind Marshall County and Marion, which is pretty impressive. And I know that I've heard that we've received criticism for actually lowering our rate, which I can't understand. I think that the taxpayers need to know that we're holding ourselves accountable, putting limits on ourselves. We don't sit here and do budget and say, well, what can we get and how can we spend it? We look at what we need and go from there. So I think that our taxpayers should appreciate that effort, as opposed to what seems to be the norm across the state is what can we get, and let's get that and see what we can do with it. So I appreciate all the work that the other commissioners and our staff have done, and all the elected officers in the county to kind of help us set that standard. So I greatly appreciate it. And back to the rest of my notes. Tuesday I also had, before we had our special meeting, I had breakfast with, well, it was supposed to be Joe Statler, but he was out of town. But Joe and the president of the school board and I usually have breakfast, and actually the former superintendent actually met with us on Tuesday, just to kind of catch up on most of the stuff, not even county business, or not even business between our either of our entities. It's just friends, I consider. As Commissioner Hawkins mentioned, we had our extension building meeting, and then after that we had our levy meeting, and then we had meetings with the Westridge developers. Today we have a full meeting. At the end of today is our first Morgantown area partnership meeting at 4 o'clock across the street. Our new planner, if you're available, it'd be a welcome opportunity to just meet a lot of people, but there'll be others. I really do want to, but I'm not. It's all right.
That's all right.
There'll be plenty of others, but this is a momentous occasion because this organization, this merging of 4 different entities, has been going on well before I ever came on commission. So this meeting is the first major step of, wow, we're actually there. So I'm interested in seeing how it goes. Tomorrow I have the Milan Park board meeting, and on Friday I have an Open Gov conference call in the afternoon, and it's Easter weekend. So I hope everybody has a nice Easter weekend. And I do want to note that as the commissioner that actually lives in the city, city early voting starts today. And I encourage anybody that lives in the city to go out and vote. You really can't complain if you're not going to go out and vote and do something about it. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if I didn't live by that credo, that you can't complain unless you're willing to do something about it. And voting is the easiest and simplest way to do something about changes or reelecting the individual that you think's doing what you want them to do. But I encourage everybody to vote. And I hope, with the clerk's help, that one day we can get that election over to our county cycle, which makes more sense and would get even more people out to vote. So that's all I have.
Okay. I'd like to begin with some real positive news. I personally want to thank 2 individuals. We met last week with the Secretary of Transportation, Mr. White, and I thought that meeting went very well, that one. And I do want to personally thank Mike Paul and Patty, and I apologize, her last name, Booth. I was right. They did something exceptional. They did some amazing maps. And at one point, when the Secretary of Transportation said, well, where's the whiteboard? It was the perfect time to bring them down with the maps. So we were able to do our version of Monongalia County whiteboard version. But I do want to thank them. The maps are really clear and really helped us explain our position. The second thing is, Saturday, we are, since you mentioned Milan Park, this is the first time we're going to do a food giveaway at Milan Park outside under the park, under, what is that? The pavilion. Under the pavilion. We're very excited about that food giveaway. Third, talking about Milan Park, because of the County Commission's vision, I'm thrilled to announce that yesterday they put up the light poles. They put up, and supposedly today, they're going to try out the lights. Now, why this is so important is one of the things we had said for this track was to have night programs and also having teams stay overnight. Because of the lights, we have a Mountaineer Showcase coming up with colleges and high schools coming on April 26th, 27th, and the majority of those colleges, I don't know about high schools, are staying overnight now, which never has happened before. They'd always leave and come back. So this is just another great vision that the County Commission, and we did put the funding and we had it matched, so we're very excited about that. The final statement, and I do have to say, because I received 2 phone calls last night, and I will try and say it in a positive way. I want to clarify a situation that when the elections go, people make comments. And a city council member made several times this remark, and I want to clarify the remark. The remark was that the people at Marjorie Gardens had, quote, no access to police protection or any police protection. and had limited fire protection. I just want to clarify and say we do have police protection because those people were concerned. They were people who actually get food from me, and that's why they called. And we do have fire protection. And I would only hope that misstatements like that would be clarified and that would be changed. But there is police and fire protection for everyone in the county. And I just want to say it in that way. I'll say it in a nice way.
Move to adjourn.
Second?
Proper moved and second, we be gone.